Hello, my name is Michelle Gregerson, and here is my presentation on the interview assessment. The purpose of this assignment, I felt, was to find agencies or organizations within our community that not only is trauma informed, but is trauma informed within assessments. It's important as educators that we are also trauma informed when we are doing our instruction, and being aware of the resources that are available to parents and families who are going through hardship or who are in some traumatic experiences. So for this assignment, I chose the YWCA, the Young Women Christian Association, and their mission statement is to eliminate racism, empower women, stand up for social justice, help families, strengthen communities, and promote peace, justice, dignity, and freedom for all. They are also very big on empowerment and just, women and families going through some hard times, that it's not their fault and they can get through it. The YWCA mainly serves women, children, and families. The children that they serve are from infant to high school. They are all about protecting and helping the women and children of all ages. Um, and then they support some advocacy for adults involved in domestic violence and their children who are seen it or are part of it. Being a nonprofit, the YWCA depends solely on donations and support from the surrounding community businesses. So they take cash donations. They also accept clothing donations, personal household items, school supplies, and then there are community rewards through a couple of our grocery stores here in town. Through their rewards, you can sign up for nonprofits, and based on your rewards card, money will go to those nonprofits. And then there is Sister's Closet, where women can go get clothes who are like re-entering the workforce. And there's specific times of the year that the Sister's Closet will ask for specific things. For referrals, women and families do not need to be referred to the YWCA for help. There's many advocates there for domestic violence, for family trauma, for mental health, and for legal advocates that they can get some basic needs and basic information from. And then they can also refer women and children if they're needing some mental health counseling, and referrals for additional resources and legal questions that they may have. There's many services that are available to families. If they're facing domestic violence, there's crisis response team. There's trauma-informed care therapists that that the families can be referred to. They can provide emergency shelter if needed, and there's also some advocates for the law as well. For housing, there's some rapid rehousing and some short-term shelter available. For the women empowerment, it's getting the women back into the workforce. So there's some job skills that classes like that they can take. There's the the clothing the clothing closet that they can pick a certain number of outfits for re-entering the workforce, and then skill development too, whether it be financial or um, um, computer-based, writing your resume, just getting yourself back into the workforce. The assessments, the two major ones that they do at the YWCA is danger, um, and that is for the potential for any lethal abusive relationship measurements, then the likelihood of a domestic homicide, and then some safe planning as well on that. And then the other major assessment that they do is risk. There's advocates that work with survivors assessing the risk and um, safety planning as well too. They can also assess on the risk of of any trauma experiences reoccurring. There are areas that they covers a variety of specific types of abuse. They can figure out if the risk is if there's specific patterns in the trauma that they're experiencing, um, and then factors that are part of it, as in the perpetrator is unemployed, if they're stalking the victims, or if they're holding some power over them. The assessments that the mental health therapists do perform on the women and families, they are based on a trauma-informed lens. So there's um, a few therapists within the YWCA that are have expertise in domestic violence and family, children, and brain trauma, as well as post-traumatic stress disorder. They do focus their assessments based on some self-care, finding hope, having the survivors believing in themselves and on mindfulness. And they also do it based on a strength-based approach. And again, going back to empowerment as well. You don't have to necessarily qualify for services. You can walk into the YWCA. There are many services that they do, the Sisters Closet. There's preschool, there's a child care, job readiness. There's some legal advocacies that people can talk to, and then mental health therapy as well that could be no cost if a survivor or a family does not have an insurance. And then they also base it too on a sliding scale if necessary. My school that I work in, we're really lucky with the resources that are available to our students and families. There, from our food bank, there's a weekly Bite to Go program that students will get a bag of easy to open food that they can have during the weekend. The Salvation Army, which provides shelter and another resource for food. There's SNAP, Spokane Neighborhood Action Program. They will help with bills. We can refer people to the Kids and Teens Closet where they can get some clothes every 6 months. And then just local communities, churches, and some small businesses provide Christmas gifts and gift cards and food to our families. And then we have a local tax service that will provide meals for many of our um, families at Christmas time. And finally, my list of references. Thank you.